The importance of environmental monitoring in a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility. Greetings from Everyday GMP. I am your presenter from Everyday GMP. Everyday GMP is a training and solutions provider, aimed to provide solutions to your problems and enrich the soft and technical skills of professional individuals and organizations to meet all criteria required in the life science industry, pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, cosmeceuticals, and related academia. Today we will discuss the importance of environmental monitoring in a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility. Pharmaceutical companies can play a central role in the digital revolution of healthcare. But capturing this opportunity requires identifying the right initiatives. Before we start, please subscribe to get more informative videos. So, let's start. We will learn it today. Its introduction, regulatory requirements, microbial contamination, cleanroom design, monitoring equipment, or tools, monitoring procedures, aseptic process simulation, for aseptically manufactured products only, how data analysis to be done, its corrective action, in the last, conclusion. So, let's start with introduction. Environmental monitoring is one of the tools pharma companies must use to obtain knowledge of the state of contamination control in the manufacturing of sterile and non-sterile facilities. The monitoring of manufacturing environments for microbes is a qualitative tool to minimize contamination risk in products. A successful environmental monitoring program confirms the effectiveness of microbiological controls and detects unforeseen contamination issues early, saving time and money. All three systems should be analyzed together to provide reliable information on the state of contamination control of the installations and process. Environmental monitoring is not meant to be used as a tool to declare the sterility of a manufactured product, as it provides limited information. The environmental monitoring program must be part of the Contamination Control Strategy, CCS, and is typically comprised of non-viable particles environmental monitoring, viable particles environmental and personnel monitoring, aseptic process simulation, for aseptically manufactured products only. After the introduction, we will discuss its regulatory requirements. The United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has published guidelines outlining the requirements for environmental monitoring in pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities, including the use of validated sampling and testing methods, appropriate cleaning and disinfection procedures, and documentation of monitoring results. Overall, the regulatory requirements for environmental monitoring in pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities are designed to ensure that the manufacturing environment is clean and free of contaminants that could affect the quality, safety, and efficacy of the products being produced. Another factor is microbial contamination. Microbial contamination in pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities can pose significant risks to patients and the safety and efficacy of pharmaceutical products. Environmental monitoring is a critical tool in preventing contamination by identifying potential sources of contamination and allowing for prompt corrective action. The presence of microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi can lead to product spoilage, decreased potency, and potentially life-threatening infections in patients. Microbial contamination. Contamination can occur at any point in the manufacturing process, including during raw material handling, processing, packaging, and storage. The results of environmental monitoring can be used to identify trends and patterns that may indicate potential issues and allow for prompt corrective action. Another aspect is cleanroom design. Cleanrooms are highly controlled environments used in the pharmaceutical industry to ensure the safety and efficacy of the drugs produced. Environmental monitoring is a crucial aspect of pharmaceutical manufacturing, as it involves the regular testing of the air and surfaces in the cleanroom to ensure that the level of contaminants is within acceptable limits. The results of environmental monitoring help to identify potential sources of contamination and enable corrective actions to be taken to prevent future contamination. Cleanroom design. The location of air vents, filters, and personnel can also affect the distribution of particles in the cleanroom. The cleanroom must be designed to ensure that the airflow, temperature, and humidity are all controlled to maintain a clean and sterile environment. In conclusion, the design of a cleanroom is essential in maintaining the quality and safety of pharmaceutical products. Monitoring equipment. Environmental monitoring equipment plays a crucial role in ensuring the safety and quality of various products and processes. The selection of appropriate monitoring equipment depends on the specific needs of the industry and the environment being monitored. Different types of equipment can be used for environmental monitoring in pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities, including particle counters, microbial samplers, and other monitoring tools. HHHHHM environmental monitoring is an essential process in various industries, including pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, food, and electronics. It involves the regular testing of air, water, and surfaces in the environment to detect and quantify the level of contaminants present. To carry out this process, several monitoring equipments are used. Here are some of the most common monitoring equipment used in environmental monitoring: particle counters, microbial samplers, gas detectors, pH meters, conductivity meters, temperature and humidity sensors, UV light meters. Monitoring procedures. Environmental monitoring is an essential process in the pharmaceutical industry, as it helps to ensure the safety and quality of the products being manufactured. Here is a brief outline of the procedures for conducting environmental monitoring in a pharmaceutical manufacturing facility. Establish the sampling plan, sample collection, data analysis, reporting, trend analysis, record keeping. In conclusion, one more critical monitoring aspect is media fill run. Aseptic process simulation is a critical component of the manufacturing process for aseptically manufactured products. It is a validation method used to demonstrate that the aseptic manufacturing process is capable of producing sterile products consistently. The goal of the simulation is to demonstrate that the aseptic process can maintain sterility throughout the manufacturing process, and that the final product is free from contamination. The simulation also tests the effectiveness of the cleaning and sterilization procedures used in the manufacturing process. Now, data analysis. The data obtained from the monitoring process is analyzed and interpreted to identify potential sources of contamination and prevent contamination events. Here is a brief outline of the steps involved in the analysis and interpretation of environmental monitoring data. Statistical analysis, root cause analysis, corrective and preventive actions, continuous improvement. Corrective action. Corrective action is critical in the pharmaceutical industry when environmental monitoring identifies issues or potential risks. Taking corrective action helps to prevent contamination events and ensure that the manufacturing processes are within the established acceptance criteria. The steps involved in the corrective action process include identifying the root cause of the issue, developing an action plan to address the issue, implementing the plan, verifying the effectiveness of the action taken, and documenting the entire process. Overall, taking corrective action when environmental monitoring identifies issues is essential to ensure the safety and quality of the products produced in the pharmaceutical industry. In the last conclusion, environmental monitoring is a critical tool in preventing contamination by identifying potential sources of contamination and allowing for prompt corrective action. The analysis and interpretation of environmental monitoring data are critical in preventing contamination events, improving manufacturing processes, and ensuring compliance with regulatory requirements in the pharmaceutical industry. For full training and consultation, the full training course is available on demand for on-site, online, and hybrid forms. Our expertise and specializations are as follows: individual and corporate technical and soft skills training, organizations technical gap analysis and process optimization, and more much. Contact +92 3112 538 email info@everydaygmp.com website www.everydaygmp.com. Subscribe our the YouTube channel at everydaygmp.